Today, we are focusing on a topic that is increasingly relevant in our interconnected world: human rights and migration. Migration is a complex phenomenon with a long history, but it is important to remember that behind the statistics and headlines are real people with rights that must be protected. What is migration? Migration refers to the movement of people from one place to another, either within a country or across international borders. People migrate for various reasons, including seeking better economic opportunities, escaping conflict or persecution, reuniting with family, or pursuing education or personal goals. Types of migration. There are different types of migration, each with its own set of challenges and human rights implications. Voluntary migration. This is when people choose to move, often for economic or personal reasons. Forced migration. This occurs when people are compelled to leave their homes due to conflict, persecution, natural disasters, or other threats to their safety and well-being. Internal migration. This is the movement of people within the borders of a country. International migration. This involves the movement of people across international borders. Human rights of migrants. Migrants, regardless of their legal status, are entitled to the same fundamental human rights as everyone else. These include the right to life and security of person. Migrants should not be subjected to arbitrary detention, torture, or other forms of ill treatment. They also have the right to seek asylum from persecution. Right to equality and non-discrimination. Migrants should not be discriminated against on the basis of their nationality, race, ethnicity, religion, or other status. They should have equal access to justice, healthcare, education, and other essential services. Freedom of movement. While states have the right to control their borders, they must respect the human rights of migrants, including the right to seek asylum and the right to family life. Labor rights. Migrant workers are entitled to fair and decent working conditions, including equal pay for equal work, protection for exploitation and abuse, and the right to join trade unions. Right to health. Migrants should have access to healthcare services, including preventive, curative, and palliative care without discrimination. Challenges facing migrants. Migrants often face numerous challenges and human rights violations, including discrimination and xenophobia. Migrants can be subjected to prejudice, hostility, and violence based on their nationality, ethnicity, or religion. Exploitation and abuse. Migrant workers, especially those in irregular situations, are vulnerable to exploitation, forced labor, and human trafficking. Detention and deportation. Migrants, particularly those in irregular situations, can be detained and deported, often without due process or consideration for their individual circumstances. The role of international law. International law provides a framework for protecting the rights of migrants. Several international treaties and conventions address the rights of migrants, including the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, International Covenant on Economic, Social, and Cultural Rights, International Convention on the Protection of the Rights of all Migrant Workers and Members of their Families. These instruments set out the obligation of states to respect, protect, and fulfill the human rights of migrants. By working together, we can create a world where the human rights of all migrants are respected and protected.